I go to live stream. What happened? Well, I was chasing sheep so I could get some wool so I could make some beds. Had my pockets stuffed with dye. Had most of my stuff gone because I was really focused on sheep. And I saw, not very far on the horizon, one of those treasure huts. It was part of an ice biome, and it was right on the shore. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And it led me to this treasure map that you see on screen with the little red X here, which contained lots of groovy stuff. But by the time I got to it, I'd found 2 or 3 treasure things. I'd found some villages, an outpost. I don't know. I was lost. By the time I got to the treasure, I was lost and my pockets were full. And that was 6 hours ago. I have had to give up things that I was determined to make it home with. There were other things that were just even more valuable to me. It's kind of funny because I posted a screenshot of the treasure on the Facebook group. They didn't see the value of it to the degree that I did because I forgot that other people don't value bones and rotten meat the way I do. For me, a chest full of stacks of rotten meat would be a lottery win because you need that stuff to level up your clerics. You can't get it in peaceful mode any other way. So it might not have looked as good to other people. You know, they'd be like, well, I'd get rid of that rotten meat. You know, there's only 2 pieces of it. And it's like, yeah, rotten meat's too precious, too precious. Same with the bones. Precious. And look at all the goodies I've got. This is a potion of water breathing. That is the last color of dye that I didn't let go of because magenta, well, there's 27 of them. That's why. I found 4 saddles on my route. I can't find a horse. I found 4 leashes too. Heart of the Sea. Pulled a few things out of villages, books and things. So, and then a couple of what I consider empty boxes with stuff, you know, material for getting up and down, getting out of tight spots. I had to put back one bee's nest. And I didn't put it back. I put it in a different location that nonetheless had bees and flowers and all of that. And what difference does it really make? Given that I was lost, I will probably never be back there again. So, you know, I just figured I'm more likely to discover that I'm in a flower forest biome with bees if I see that one hanging high on a spruce overlooking the flower forest, then I will know that I'm in that place where I was before and just more familiar. I know a lot of people just throw stuff out. I don't like to do that. Not if I can possibly park it somewhere that it will be recoverable in the future. I want to try again. I'd rather put it in a chest in a village or make a block out of it and put it down. Whatever it is that I can do to hang on to stuff that I've scavenged in the world. Because if you just leave it dangling there, maybe it'll be there when you come back, maybe it won't. You know, maybe you don't care about it. But that redstone is one of those things I truly don't care about. I never need to find it back again. Which is why it was such a challenge to get a compass made when I decided I'd quite had enough of being lost. I wasn't even sure that I wasn't going farther and farther away from home with every hour that passed. As it happens, that's exactly what was going on. I'm now backtracking in the reverse direction. I have been traveling for these 8 hours. I'm sure it'll go faster now because I was zigzagging back and forth. Because I don't know whether I went east or west of where I needed to go, so I've been backtracking. And I started looking for redstone along the way. I realized that this just wasn't going off very well, and I started looking. And no, you can't get rid of the stuff when you don't need it, but when you need it, yeah. I finally worked my way down a really impressive looking ravine to find no redstone. Just as I was about to work my way back out, I noticed a side cave behind a side cave behind a fall of lava. Yeah, it was one of those really challenging. I went ahead and did the work. My pickaxe lasted, and I didn't lose anything, and I didn't die, and I got down there, and I found some redstone. I had to pick my way across lava and build a bridge through the lava to get to it. It's just all kinds of. I've been playing this game a long time now. My God, I have been playing this game. I definitely play like a seasoned player, except for the fighting part, which my nerves is just the way I am. I just don't have the nerves to be scared like that. And let's face it, the regular game is meant to be a scary game for people who are fear enthusiasts. Oh, my Lord. Oh, I remember this one. This is the one with the mine shaft that I'm like, oh man, I'll never find this place, but if I ever do, I gotta come back. See down there? Can you see it down there? The oak planks that indicate an abandoned mine shaft down in the depths of the ravine. Oy vey. I'm not Jewish. I just have watched a lot of Jewish produced media over the years. I don't know how to get around this damned ravine. It's insane for a ravine. This is like the ravine, isn't it? Yeah. Is the ravine right here. Oh man. Look at this. Wow, that is insane. See, I'd like to come back here with bamboo so I can get up and down easily. Not, the old maniac, hope I don't miss the water leap. Or the boring, slowly picking your way, making a staircase down the wall method. Terrified the whole time that you'll accidentally cave something in. I'm still collecting wool until either I get a full stack. Since after all, that was the whole point of this expedition. I've been collecting white wool. When I get a full stack or break my shears, then I'll quit collecting. But by golly, I'm going to stuff that house with beds. If they have to be white. I have to give up all my colors. There's so many flowers around. Color is not hard to get anymore. Not like in the old days where you had red and yellow flowers, lapis, bone meal, ink, and cactus green. Wasn't a whole lot. And from those, I had to then make other colors with the blending. You never ever got some of them from flowers. And breed sheep to get blended colors, which I thought was really awesome. And they've eliminated that recently, where now if you breed a red sheep and a white sheep, you won't get a pink sheep. You'll get a red one or a white one. Darn shame, because it was a beautiful way of getting all the colors. I guess they decided it was just too easy. Remember this blasted swamp too, for crossing it, and it was long, and I swam it. Whereas we see, and it's the other side of the damn thing. Maybe I didn't swim it. I just spent a lot of time adventuring. Granted, it is probably my #1 favorite thing to do in Minecraft. To adventure. Look at things and explore. And I Well, I wouldn't have been getting out anyway, never mind the COVID thing. Would not have been getting out because it's still winter out there. How I get around when I'm stuck in, and come winter, I am stuck in because I don't have a social life. Um, and it's no fun to go out in the winter. I just stay home. Um, to give myself a treat once in a while with a restaurant or the movies, but I've had to give that up because it's gotten tighter and tighter. It's what I do for fun. This is how I get out. This is how I fill that need in my brain for exploration. It's virtual worlds, and I used to use another one called Active Worlds. I I quite enjoyed it, but oh, does it ever take a lot of computer power? I can't do I can't do Minecraft on my computer. If it wasn't for the Xbox, I wouldn't be doing Minecraft. And if Active Worlds was on the Xbox, you bet I'd pony up the dough. It's kind of foolish not to try and work with the console manufacturers in that. But unfortunately, the way Xbox works, nothing, nothing allows you to play online with other players unless you pay your $70 a year ransom for the live gold. Like, what is Microsoft Live if there's no live, if you have to have the gold in order to use it, you know? That one just seems so silly to me. Am I really online if I have to pay an extra subscription fee to use the internet that way? And I did for a while, and it just took forever. Like, I was there for, I think I did it for 2 years. Ever collected any contacts that I gained with. I encountered quite a few trolls and gamers that were really gung-ho, robust, let's kill all the things gamers. But peaceful mode players like me, I just did not find anything. For a while, I was working it on my computer. Problem there, I just could not find people who played in peaceful. I said, screw it, live gold just isn't worth it if I'm not going to be able to play with anyone anyway. And, you know, there's the whole with their nose in the air thing about, you know, you should try harder to kill mobs. It's not really playing, you're not really a gamer, and all this other nonsense. Like, you know, well, I'm cheating the game, what? It's a different way to play the game. It's not wrong. It's different. And it's in there because it's in there. The people who want to play that way can play that way. Is creative mode an invalid way to play? I mean, sure, if you're bragging on how many mobs you've killed in creative and how much stuff you've got, it's kind of silly. It's like, yeah, right. Oh, you just got it out of the menu. But this isn't like that. I am getting things the hard way. Much harder to get zombie flesh, for instance. I can still kill myself. Lost. There are some things I simply will never be able to do. We'll never have a shulker box. I will never be able to use a brewing stand. Clerics can, but not me. Or make one. I will never be able to make Eyes of Ender. I will never have an end chest. I will never go to the end or have any of the spoils of the end. You can buy Ender pearls. But I would actually change it. I would make peaceful mode a much more valid mode of the game, and I would give you more of those things in treasure boxes that you would otherwise get easily from killing mobs. For players like me. Because we pay for it. You know, I bought my copy of Minecraft. I paid my membership. I did the things. I'm a customer. I like the game. It's part of the mode they've included. What on earth? Oh, I was like, Kind of looks like a panda, but we're not in the jungle. It was Z buffering. I guess they both spawned in the same spot as what happened in the head. Yeah, so there's all these beautiful bee nests that I can't have because I'm full. I don't think I have any pocket space left, do I? Uh-uh. But I have four. Yes. And there you go. Now where's my compass? Okay. Ride for a while, horse, till the next river. That's something I would also change in the game. I think that it should be possible to go across a river with a horse swimming. Horses can swim. A little annoyed that they don't. That home. Just the village on the way. Not home. Oh, that's an abandoned village. Oh, with the cobwebs. You see, now I would really love to be able to come back here and gather, salvage this. Really would. I see a chest. Okay, let's take the saddle. And if the horse wanders off, we don't check the chest. Nothing. See, that's another reason. Yeah, I could totally take all that stuff back. I would take all of the cobwebs. I don't have a sword with me now, so getting them down, I'd have to... Couldn't have them as string, I'd have to have them as cobwebs. And that's another flipping spot in my inventory. Great. Of course it hasn't. Let's go to sleep. Just to get the morning here. That one even has a blast furnace. Stop here a while and cook up what? Oh, I don't have anything to cook. Okay. Alright, no worries. Sorry for the stray cats, now all the people are gone, eh? Look at all those carrots. Oh, cartographer's table. Oh, look! Unknown map. Yeah. That is not worth the inventory slot. I have an empty one. Spare. One I just passed or another one? Alright, well, homeward is this way, and we'll look for them. I think we need to rescue this one. about got broadcasting. I'm sorry. How boring for you. Or maybe not. It's late. Very late. My time, it's 11:30. Oh, yeah, well, horsey, 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 horsey. I think I shall not put this clip on. Oh, probably will. A little bit of swearing, you know. I'm sorry, but if you actually think your children haven't heard swear words, what you should be doing is teaching them why they're not supposed to use them and trying to hide them. There's time. Or about the baby horse coming over and having to give up my horse for him because, you know, it's just the kind of person I am. I just can't, I don't know, I just cannot care. I guess I could, but I choose to enjoy that part of my nature. Into the ground. Oh, home, where are you? The trouble is, spawn point in this world is not where I need to go. It's a starting point to get me where I need to go. From there, I still have to navigate to my original homestead, and then from the original homestead to the current village. Well, I'm really hoping that I accidentally run across the village first. Something familiar. Tends to be really irritating to get home. I wanted a horse, you know? Yeah, you really need horses to be able to swim. I have to give up another inventory slot for a boat if you want to take it. You got to be smashing the boat constantly to get the horse out. It's just certainly not worth it for short little rivers. Could be something where a horse will not swim if it's more than 3 blocks deep or something. Other, here we go. Oh, just more of the same old nothing, and the rain makes it even harder. Oh my goodness. Another thing in this game's trying to kill you. Tries to kill you. Even in peaceful mode, it's trying to kill you. My lord. Oh, the number of times I have actually stepped off a precipice in the early days of this game. Boy. And it is the most frustrating thing to die when you're lost, because you may never find your stuff back. I did actually. I was determined. And because it stays put until you reload that chunk, I went on a mapping expedition in order to recover my stuff. Oh. There's another one. Okay, wakey wakey. That is, it's bamboo. Does that mean we're home? No, not necessarily. Wild bamboo. Are we in reference to the maps? Yeah. Not on it yet. I hate the rain. Really, really, really dislike it. Can't say as I've ever heard anybody say they liked it though. Everybody seems to really, really hate it. Like it was made to be hated. Dampens your sense as well. Definitely can't see as well. Distracting. Extremely distracting. Noise and the constant movement of the raindrops. I wouldn't have it any other way. Actually. These months of the year. An immersive natural experience that I come to Minecraft replicate. Oh, that's not good. Oops. It was blood. Pretty lucky. Sneaky, huh? I'm not gonna expect that. I say about Minecraft trying to kill you? Tired too. It's late. I haven't spoken nearly enough of this. That, by the way, is why this is. Because I indulge. Plus, legal. Cannabis. I hate that word. I always have. I like marijuana. I like weed. I like pot. But cannabis just sounds so official. Cops call it kind of. Another one. Another abandoned mine shaft down a ravine full of nummy stuff. Oh. I could find it back again. Oh, if I had a decent map, I could. Oh. Lord, look how thick it is. Crazy. When I plant it like this around the villages, every mob in the village gets tangled up in it. But the game grows it that close. Oh, I'm forgetting to pay attention to my compass. How it happens. I just get so carried away with the wow factor of this game that I actually go off track. Anyways, how can you remember what direction you're facing to this? Need the compass. There are no landmarks left. Out of the bamboo and back into the jungle. La la la. Oh, by the way, Dan, you're being recorded. Say hello to the Mixer audience. I have an audience of one. That's me. But it will also go on YouTube, where we have an audience of anywhere from 1 to 5. Hi. Oh, and you remember Tom? Remember Tom from Active Worlds? I didn't realize he's not listening. Can't hear a word I'm saying. Now, Tom, that's Dan from Active Worlds. met there. Yes, that's right. And they got married. Exactly. This is that one. He's now a Trump army volunteer, and he makes sure that the news that he likes best is broadcast, no matter how many people call it fake or try to ban it. He finds ways around it to make sure that people can read it, even though other people don't want to. Yeah, I think all the information should be out there, and people should make more of an effort to teach themselves. But I am seeing why it alarms people. I just don't happen to think that it makes much of a difference overall. I also don't feel like I really have the power to change it. Changing my batteries. Alright, now, how's that going again? Like that. Roller has lost connection. And we're off. Oh, what's that? Is that same ravine, the other end of it? It is. Oh gosh, it's attractive, isn't it? Look, there's even a chest right there, a Minecraft with chest. And it wouldn't be hard to get down, especially with bamboo. Oh gosh. Wonder how I'll ever find my way back here, though. I have no idea where the blazes I am. Whoops. Wrong way again. I'm thinking. Looking at the map and thinking that I know where in that map home is in reference to that map. I think now I can aim at the map instead of entirely the compass, because as I say, compass points to a location significantly southwest of where I want to go. So, looking at the map, I got a sneaking suspicion I know where I need to be and what I did. The area at the lower left quadrant southwest of that map, where it's not filled in, I think that's home. Sure do. I think that's home. I'm going to aim for it. Go this way and that way and this way and that way, and to hell with the compass, which I know points to a place that is not where I want to be. A place where I'll still have to figure out how to get there from here. Isn't that funny how it feels painful when you hear that noise? Feather falling 4. It has been saving my butt a few times, I have noticed. Significantly reduced the damage that I might have suffered. And on peaceful mode, you just heal up. You don't need to eat. Glad they made it so that you can eat. That was really annoying, that you couldn't even eat. I think there must be a lot of children who use peaceful mode. Really young ones. They can't handle scary stuff like me. Now, before you want to diss me about that, I have CPTSD. I have faced some scary stuff that most people can't face. I have really bad nerves. I just can't take the jump scares. And when it's real life, I have all the courage I need. in a game, I see no reason to put myself through that. My blood pressure goes up too fast. My pulse goes up too fast. Body response is too rapid, changes too rapidly. It's exactly like going to school when I was a kid, and you never know who was going to jump out of where and do something nasty. PTSD for a reason. Had those experiences in my life. Far too many of them. So I don't seek them out. I like thrills. I've never liked them in a game. I like G-forces on my body. Maybe what it is I don't mind being scared if it might actually kill me because I'm suicidal, but in the game it just scares me. I don't know. Wonder how many other people in the world are just permanently not particularly fussed about being alive. I wouldn't call myself actively suicidal because really not worth pursuing that failing effort repeatedly. Sets everyone anyway. Well, I just, worry about the quality of my elder years instead of the length of them. It's a nice little coral sea, isn't it? I'm gonna head back this way. Really trying to get to that chunk of land in the map. I have a feeling that it's the direction home. And I'm glad the rain quit. Oh, every once in a while I think it seems familiar, and then I remember, no, all the turtles look the same. All the spruce trees more or less wind up looking the same, even though they're completely random. Well, the slopes, everything, after a while, looks the same. Nah. Glad the map's a locator. It's a nice thing about treasure maps is they're locator maps. I have to try expanding one sometime and see what it's. Really just want to get home. Oh, I already got pet dogs back at the village. Dogs, cats, the whole shebang. Did the animal husbandry thing for a few years and it got tired. Only so many times you can go, oh look, it's a baby sheep, I just bred a sheep, before you're like, yeah, well, it's a chore. The thing is, they just keep respawning. If you kill them all, you leave the area and return, then they respawn. There's no reason why you should harm them, unless you want lots of them quickly. Yeah, I would just grab my horse and go for a ride, and like once a day I'd get a brand new batch. Or I could ride farther afield and, like I'm doing today, find a whole lot more. And look at how much wool I've got so far, 57. I'm actually getting close to a stack as well. I wonder if it'll break on number 63. Cheers. 62%. Looks like I'll go just past a stack, which would also be irritating. Like, on, I thought I was going to get rid of these things out of my pockets. Now I have to throw them out, not finished yet. I probably would throw them out on you, just to pop away. Wrong direction again. Oh, mama. This really be the end. Be stuck inside a loader with the Memphis blues. And we call that a song. No melody involved with the lyrics. More spoken lyrics over guitar work. I like guitar poetry. What direction am I going? Oh, really? I don't know why that one's set to a notification. I really don't. Where am I in relation to? In the direction I want to go. Look out. Oh, ho, ho. Was it? Oh my, it was. Not a killer, at least a boot breaker. I have mending on these boots. Wear and tear. Just because I can be careless doesn't mean I should see. And there's another on the end here. Ah la, so many ravines in this game. That's a bit unnatural, but it's much more fun for the playing if you have lots and lots of pits. Well, these pits are just cruel because you'll be running away from a mob in the middle of the night and go flying into a pit. It takes you down to flipping bedrock, you know. Ah, I'll never get my stuff back. You can't adventure like this if you're not in peaceful mode. Extremely well-practiced player with the weaponry, and you've got really high-grade weaponry. It's too much time at night and in forests and water, and too much time spent crossing mob zones. Water, it's all those blasted drowned now. You can't get anywhere without the drowned getting you. Gotta have a boat. You cannot just go swimming. A lot of the fun out of it for me. Then you've got all of the creepers and spiders and skeletons and zombies in the forests and deserts and the desert zombie masks. There's just all these different. Now you can bring a bed and sleep every night. Now you stay on the move so nothing can spawn, so now you're not finding the animal mobs either because they're not spawning either. Oh yeah, I would say that peaceful is a great deal more pleasure. Easy or harder forms of survival. Am I in relation to the map? Oh my lord. Did I do that? Let me. Okay. I'm going right back to where the treasure was found. Right back to where I first got lost. That is funny. I really traveled though. Holy moly. See, I didn't have a big 4 of 4 map along for the ride. I have a huge amount of world map now. I also know where I was. Would never have gone that far. Funny, you play other games and they map for you. They just do keep a map for you. This game, it remembers, but it doesn't tell you. You got to do the whole compass and the redstone and the paper and the whole shebang and the crafting table, and it doesn't even tell you how. You got to find out by watching other people do it, like in the videos, or by pure flippin' luck. Don't know. I like watching people play Minecraft for the first time, and they're like, "No, don't help me. I'll figure it out." And you watch them, and eventually they're like, "Okay, tell me, how do I do this?" And gradually they get just the most basic of instruction, and they get going, and it's funny, so funny watching. And yeah, when I first started playing this game, I had the mobs on. I just kept trying to play it with the mobs on, and I tried earnestly. Time for me. Fun. Once again, does this place look familiar? Of course it does. It's Minecraft. Vanilla. Everything looks familiar. Lovely little woodland pond. Reminds me of a story by C.S. Lewis. White Witch, I think. It's the prequel to his first book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's how the witch got there. And it's Polly and Diggory and their uncle. And their uncle is a magician, and he's got some magic dust that he found somewhere, and he's compressed it into these rings. And they come in sets of 2, a green one and a yellow one. He's been tying the green and the yellow on. When he puts the yellow on the guinea pig, nothing happens. When he puts the green on it, the guinea pig vanishes. The guinea pig never comes back. So he needs somebody who actually think about what's going on, and he tricks Polly and Diggory, his niece and experimental guinea pigs. Ethics board, hello. Mad scientist. Shouldn't do. Well, anyways, they find themselves in a wood between worlds. The green ring takes you in, and the yellow ring, if you jump in a pond, takes you out. And it's this woods, it's this dead quiet woods. There's almost nothing moving except for the guinea pigs, who are enjoying themselves. Grassy meadow under tall, tall trees, like oak trees or whatever. It's made for children young enough not to care what kind of trees they are. Picture the trees they're familiar with, and that's good. And shallow ponds all over the place, little empty pools, grass on the bottom of them, shallow pools. And Polly and Diggory find that as they switch onto the yellow ring and jump into a pool, it takes them to different worlds. So they make a divot in the shore of the pool that they came from in order to make sure they could find home. And they start exploring, and in one of the worlds, they accidentally drag the witch back with them. The world is dying. She's an immortal, but because her world is dying, she's just sitting there, waiting, like, for something to change, because she can't die, but she's got no place left to, there's nothing to do. Like Mars, not even, it hasn't even got wind, it's just a dead world under a dead sun, and the sun is going to die soon. I don't know, if you're immortal, what happens to you in the world? It doesn't happen to her. she tags on with Pauline Diggory and becomes the witch in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The witch that Aslan eventually does send. Aslan assures everybody that she's going to be happy there. It's a very Christian book, in case you hadn't noticed. C.S. Lewis just wanted to avoid the whole biblical hearsay thing, so he made up his own God. But it's still fully within the parameters of his very deep faith. And when you understand how dangerous it was to be accused of heresy, the farther back you go, the more understandable it is that he went with a parallel world in order to speak about how he saw, about how his faith looked to him, what it meant to him, how he felt about it. He crafted some truly wonderful stories that teach some truly wonderful values. And I really loved the escapism of the books, and it set in me an unshakable faith in goodness in all, in spite of all of the bullying, in spite of all the horrible, that there's a core of goodness, and not a bad thing to inspire in people. We get through some awfully bitter times. These are some awfully bitter times for a lot of people. Believing in the fundamental good of even those who are doing bad really does help cope. It helps you keep trying. It helps you keep being kind. It helps you keep respecting. That's really functioning. Am I on the map yet? Oh, for heaven's sake. I just tell me I did I just I don't have the conduit with me, but did I just spot a temple with like the prismarine? See, this is how this game does me. I'm far from home. I'm still lost. I need prismarine in this game really, really badly because I just made my first conduit. And if I had the conduit with me, I could actually pop it into the prismarine system that's already there. More or less. Add a few chunks from here and there. And I'd be rocking and rolling with water breathing and everything. But as it is, it's extremely likely I will never find that water monument again. Ha ha. Well, we'll see. If I can just link this treasure map, it'll help. At least I know generally where in relation to the treasure map that water monument's at. If I could just get on the map before I get too far away from that monument, I should link it. See, it was these kinds of things that were leading me astray in the first place. There. I have absolutely I've got potion of water breathing on me. It's the extent of anything that I have that can in any way help me tackle that monument, even without guardians. No, there's no guardians because it's peaceful. They don't have a boat. I don't have any kind of water breathing. I don't have a turtle helmet. I don't have any enchantments. I have a potion of water breathing. And don't have aqua affinity. I have nothing to make it easier for me. It is. That's the thing. That's the one that did it. This nasty little sneak. Here. I spotted that while I was out hunting sheep. Led me astray. Not because this one hasn't been opened yet. And it's a case of what do you give up? No, I'm not giving up the zombie meat. I told you it's precious. The gravel, however, is not precious. I'm not taking anything out of here. I'm taking that. The coal can stay. I just want to free up a slot. I like to keep a free slot whenever I can. For that one last thing I can't resist. And let's torch in here. It'll certainly be worth checking again. It is led me astray. I didn't find a way in the last time. I found this one the last time. Hey. Oh, I took the chest, didn't I? That's right. Okay. Now we're on the ice. Go this way. I'm feeling the memory now, man. I'm feeling it. Sometimes the snow acts like slabs and will help you climb other times. Too bad. Nuh-uh. I saw that pitfall, and I didn't fall in that pit. It's funny that weeds grow and keep the water from freezing. It'd be neat if you could use the silk touch to pick up a frozen weed in a block. It would be neat. Instead, it was a weed, but that's a whole nother block we'd have to add to the game. A nice block. And that's one of the problems with this game. The more objects the CPU has to remember and calculate and move and sample and read, slower the game goes. People are always going like, we want this and we want this and we want this, and Minecraft's going, we'd like to do this and we'd like to do that. And every single thing that you have on that wish list, oh dear. Is there water I could just jump and dive? Not really. Everything on that wish list has to be balanced against the CPU available. Because this console that I'm using is a good 10 years old. Still considering it an active console, they're still updating the game for it. Still letting us do our thing. I mean, Wii U is history. And I got this thing about the same time that I got my original Wii. I've got rid of that. I have the Wii U, and I don't use it. I need to rehome it, but I don't think it's worth any money. I don't want to just ditch it. I'd rather just keep it because, yeah, use it. Yeah, something like that. Might have uses. I don't know. What I'd really like to do is give it to someone at some point that I know is actually going to actively use it. That's what stuff is supposed to be for. It's supposed to be worn out, used, that dies of old age. Not left on a shelf somewhere because it costs too much to get internet or it's too cheap and old to be bothered with, that kind of thing. So when I find a place that will actively use it, that's where it's going to go. The Xbox console is the one unit I plan to keep, and I don't want to keep a lot of stuff because it's just more and more liabilities. The more you have to lose, the more people want to take from you. And so if you're not actively making this a lot of value to you directly, get rid of it. It's nice to be light and unburdened. Very nice. Have the more choices you have in life. There's a balance. I mean, the more tools you have, the more choices you have in life. The less stuff you have, the more choices you have in life. But it depends on whether the stuff is a resource or a liability. That's where Con Marie comes in and she says, well, is it giving you joy? Is it performing a useful function to help advance you in your life? Providing you with function. The answer to both of those things is no. Why are you still paying rent for it? Right? Why are you keeping the stupid thing around? You gotta dust it. Don't worry about it. Someone might break into your house to steal it when you could have just sold it. That's kind of the philosophy that I've been trying to follow. Things that are special and important and give me joy or use or function. Get rid of the stuff that I'm collecting because I want to show somebody that I have it someday. How many of the things in your house do you have so you can show somebody you've got it? Not because you personally get any real value from it. It's just the idea that someone else will be impressed that you own it. That kind of thing. There are things in my house like that. I'm gradually getting rid of them. I'm not always willing. Other things I have because I thought they were going to be fun and they weren't, and they're just a little too fancy to just ditch, and they're not fancy enough to get money for, and so they're stuck here, and that would be my Wii U. Look. I'm home. I'm just looking at the map to reference myself. Oh, I'm home. That is a recent excursion with horse. I was riding a horse and I stopped to do a little mining because I was after red granite, and that means that I'm pretty damn close to home. Check on the map. I remember the spruce forest leading directly into the snow-covered desert. Not pass over the meadow. Get back to the spruce forest here. Okay, now where am I in reference? I'm going to go north. I think home is north of here. I'm disappointed at that. Still lost, you see. Wait, look, 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 look. My building. That's my building. At the village. Oh, you know, I've only been at it 10 hours. Could be exaggerating, but midnight now, and I think I've been at it since 3. I don't know. Look, we're home. Wow. So if I go in that direction, try to find that water temple back. Yeah. Next stream, we're going water temple hunting. Now let's put away all my goodies. Time to start collecting Nautilus again. Not too shabby. It's definitely there. What else goes up in here? Trying to blend these. There's no reason to be wheat. That's ridiculous. It's because it was my first chassis, so it's just got a mishmash. Let's put saddles away in the tack box. We can do that anyway. Nice. I still can't believe how many leads were in there. Of course, that's another thing that people on the group wouldn't appreciate. How rare leads are. No? They're killing slime. And you make string, and they're killing spiders. And you put a slime and a spider, a slime and a string together, and you've got a lead. Now, if the animals were here, but peaceful, then I'd be able to get all those drops. That would be cheating. That would be just... That wouldn't feel right at all. Oh, indeed. There sure were a lot of those beehives all over the place. Wow. Okay, so let's get these guys a second one. Oh, that one had guys in it. Ooh, there was 3 in that one. Must have already got that award for transporting it. Let's go put these in the new house. Always good to encourage more clerics. And it is my intention that the main floor of this shall contain every trade known to Minecraft. Bam. Oh. See, we've also got the clerics stuck in the bamboo forest, right? Don't we? Haven't we? Any clerics stuck in here? Let's go find a cleric that seems to be stuck somewhere. Are any of you utterly useless? Like, sure. Let's have a peek in here and see what we got. They don't seem to mind getting up on a counter to stand in front of their tools, so okay. Here we go, buds. There's one in here. I do have a number of brewing stands around. It's true. Ah, why not? We're gonna have lots of new babies once they get all the new beds installed. Oi, oi, oi. So yeah, that's the building. It still needs decorating. It looks pretty ugly right now, but it is functional. Got to put all of the little, all of the crafting tables and cauldrons and everything. One of everything. Or two, I don't know. Some of everything. Decorate with that. We'll put some other things like a book stand, and some of the more esoteric trades can come up here. And we've got beds all over the place because beds are the point. Make more villagers. I want to decorate these rooms with end tables and I don't know, just home and paintings. More sheep, wool. This is one good reason that one might indeed want to breed sheep for a ready source of wool. Lord, Lord, Lord. They're out there, fun to go hunting for them. So that's the forest I went through. It got me, oh wow, to that map. I should finish the rest of that map. It's an interesting one. I would like to get it out of my face now, though. Shall we find an anvil and see if we can get Unbreaking 4? 5? Higher level of Unbreaking. This fishing rod? It's funny, most people, they'll build a big house and they'll do just as much walking to get... Wow, it costs 31 to do this. Look at it, though. Hang on. 3, 1, 2. Nothing. 3. 3. I get nothing. There's no point in doing it. The fishing rod wasn't worth taking at all. Well, isn't that a shame? Oh, the potion. I gotta put the potion away. You know what I really need to do? Oh, and that's what I can use the potion for, because once I have that stuff. Yeah, like that. Make some magenta wool, shall we? Oh, have I got enough wood? No, let's get some wood and let's make some beds once and for all. Oh, we'll tuck that away. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. Tidier. I'm keeping the zombie meat. I really don't know, but it's gonna go. Oh, look, I found some bottles I didn't know I had. Good for the honey. I'm also gonna ditch the lanterns. They're for building, they're not for exploring, and I'm going to be going after that temple soon. So let's get all of those things into full logs. Let's make 27 pink beds. No, 9 pink beds. Makes me think of 27 angels from the Greek. A lot of Leonard Cohen on the brain. His music wove a thread throughout my life. Unquestionably. And interestingly. There, 3 in a row. 3 very sociable people can sleep together there. Shift things around here a little bit. Man, we don't need you anymore. You can sleep against the wall. I was going to put more upstairs too. Well, hang on. I'm gonna put all 3 in here. No, I'll just leave it like that, a double bed. Yeah, the others upstairs. Oh, there's 3 more. Okay. That is one heck of a group bed. Just to be weird about it. Yeah. That will suggest to the suggestible any strange things. Will amuse and entertain them very much. And those who do not, and those who are innocent, suggestibility. Well, look, I could have made some white beds too. I think we got enough beds. In fact, I think I'm going to off on here an hour and 20 minutes. Oh man. Xbox, stop broadcast.